Check it. She an itsy bitsy predicament. Would it be a problem when he out there rushing and raging like vinyl on that toxin? Blurry vision, walking hallucinations. But what could cause him? About to web the wings of the left of that while I'm versing goblin, popping through the cultures. They tripping like I was drinking cola. The amazing Spidey new episode. Come on in and join us.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pop New Culture. I'm Chris.
And I'm Rico.
And we got a special guest today.
I am Carlos, aka Mr. Avogato.
Mr. Avocado.
Yes, sir.
Avocado?
Avogato. Like
Arigato.
avocado and
Like arigato?
Yeah,
Arigato,
everyone
Mr.
loves that
Avocato.
one. It is inspired by that. Like arigato and Mr. Roboto.
Mr. Roboto. All right? Can you do the robot?
Huh? Right? I'm blocked behind it, so you can't see it.
All right. Carlos, so talk to us. Who are you? What are you doing here? Why are you in between Rico and I?
My name is Carlos. I am a United States Marine Corps veteran, a content creator. I work with Stack Up. I'm a member of Regiment, if you know all those great military groups that work with geek culture for gaming, comics, etc. That's what brought me here to Reflection Comics, where Rico has been just digging in my wallet because he knows I'm ready to read anything and everything.
So question is, Rico, do you give him the veterans discount?
No.
Wow.
No.
You hear that? Do not come to Reflection Comics.
After
No
somebody comes
veterans
in and gets
discount.
it, you pay for it.
There's no veterans discount.
No.
Jeez
That was a quick,
Louise.
hard no.
That's hilarious.
Wow. Okay.
But that's all right, though.
All right, guys.
Pop Into Culture is celebrating their 75th episode.
All right.
Very nice.
75.
75th episode, and we're going to, you know,
I feel old. Now you tell me
because,
that.
well, yeah, welcome to the club.
Jeez
Speaking of
Louise.
old, it was this man's birthday yesterday.
Yes, that's why-
2 days ago, actually.
That's why it's the 50% off at Reflection Comics this week.
There you go. One for every year of his
21.
age, minus
Right?
a couple.
Exactly.
So, we're going to start off with Spider-Man issue 3 for the ones that are interested in the episode.
Oh, we already talked about one. You check that episode. Right?
Very
We checked
true.
that
yeah,
episode.
I did not reread 1 or 2.
You didn't reread it?
No, I did
Oh.
not reread it.
Guys, if you want to recap, check on episode 1 there. Somewhere.
'Cause
There'll be
we
a pop-up somewhere.
Yeah, I'll pop them somewhere.
Well, actually, we did a video on
That's
issue
one?
3. Issue 1.
That's why I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do the thing. You're
Pop
editing
up.
this way.
Yeah, sorry.
All right. So yeah.
Pop-up videos.
So check on that if you want to do a follow-up on our review of issue 1 of Amazing Spider-Man. And we're in volume 8
Yes,
Volume
volume 8. Yeah.
of Spider-Man because Marvel does not want to age out Spider-Man, Peter Parker.
No.
And they just keep rebooting him pretty much.
I have a different opinions in that. I feel like in this run of Spider-Man, he's out of high school, he's out of college, he's working. He is a full-fledged adult.
Okay.
He's not dating MJ, he's
I
dating
definitely see
Shia Markin.
Yeah, she works over at the facility as
Yeah.
well.
Ravencroft, which
Yep.
is basically Marvel's version of
Arkham Asylum.
Arkham Asylum,
That's
yeah.
exactly what I thought.
And I think Peter Parker is, I would say, he's 25 years old. He's a 25-year-old
Okay.
Spider.
Yeah.
So
Spider.
still young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They definitely show that. I've seen
Yeah.
they have like the bar scene when he's with the rest of his friends and
Yeah.
everything. They're kicking it in the bar, doing non-superhero stuff.
Right. So Carlos, tell us what's your take so far on? We're not going to go into each book right away.
Yeah, but
Give us your opinion so far on the new run of Amazing Spider-Man.
I actually really like it. I've read 1 through 5 so far, as that's all the ones that have come out thus far, and it's actually very, very into lore behind the scenes of what's going on, and there is some action as well that's pretty freaking good. Plus, Itsy Bitsy. I mean, I can't get enough of her calling Spider-Man Daddy.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird when I read the comic. Like, she's weird. She's creepy.
I mean, remember, she's half Deadpool, so I
True.
would say that's
Yeah,
definitely
so-
where that speech comes from.
half insane.
Yeah.
Half insane.
That's-
half spider powers.
Yeah, that's one thing I did notice reading these 3 episodes or issues, is there's a lot of curse words,
Yes.
and that just further shows me that like this Spider-Man isn't for that 5-year-old.
That's what I was telling you that one
You
time.
know?
You told me that Spider-Man's
Yeah.
always safe. Spider-Man
Yeah.
has they got some potty mouths this
Like
time.
they're not like deliberately saying bad language. It's just they're gonna, for every curse word you can get like what do they call just a symbol,
Yeah.
like an exclamation
Couple
mark, question
asterisks,
mark, an
questions.
asterisk. Yeah,
Yeah, but then you get like you're missing out the fourth wall break for Deadpool. Deadpool's always breaking the
True.
fourth wall.
yeah,
So you just have like the craziness mixed with spider powers.
Yeah.
yeah.
So if like Deadpool got spider powers or if Spider-Man got Deadpool powers.
And honestly, she's more of a mutation like how Spider-Boy is. Like Spider-Boy has
Yeah.
multiple different eyeballs all around his head.
Yeah, she has the whole open mouth thing
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
on as well.
I was not ready for that.
no,
I was
that
like,
scene was
No,
nuts.
that was
A Predator situation.
yeah.
It was like opened
But
up.
she's just a creepo. But when I don't remember what issue it was where they just started Itsy Bitsy and Spider-Man, they were fighting, and then it was like as soon as it started, it ended. And that's one thing one thing I liked about the Spider-Man series is their fight scenes will sometimes it would be one whole comic book.
Yeah.
And it would be Peter Parker monologuing in his head as the fight is going on.
like the
and
whole
then
thing.
I noticed there was a bunch of little spurts of fight scenes throughout these 3 episodes. And what I also noticed was they're focusing more on that inner monologue of Peter Parker rather than him actually having some kind of human-to-human
Plus the whole
interaction.
the whole being poisoned thing
Yo,
definitely
Yeah.
threw the monologue to a
Yeah.
high level of nonstop.
it kind of that also confused me. Like
I actually
those,
enjoyed that.
Those aren't actual memories; they're just distorted memories, right?
Yeah, he even says in the one part
Yeah.
about his Uncle Ben's jacket that he's like, that's not actually how it happened, and he's
Mhm.
essentially seeing that he's being affected by these toxins.
Yeah, when I picked up issue 3 and was reading it, I was like, "Wait a minute, are we going back?" And then, because it's discolored, it's not like the normal
That's very true.
vivid colors.
Low
It's
noir.
like a very bluish colors, bluish shades. So it's like I'm reading, and I'm like, "Wait a minute, what's going on?" And then how Aunt May attacked Peter.
Yeah.
And everything. I was like, "Wait,
very,
what?"
Very crazy.
And then you realize, then you flip the next page, and you're like, "Oh, that's not how it is." Like,
Mhm.
oh, that's just him hallucinating and what's going on in the real world. And then he actually brings it back again later on. I think in issue 5, when he winds up trying to kiss Itsy Bitsy, and it was like, "I love you," and
Yes.
she's like,
that was the
really?
open mouth scene.
And she's like, "No," and then she's like, Why would you do that?"
you don't say that if you don't mean it.
Like they almost tried to rip his face off.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about this issue? This run of Spider-Man actually.
I mean, I really like it. This whole thing was just nonstop leading into the next
True.
comic. I
Very
even
true.
noticed the covers. The covers a lot are actually reflecting the next comic,
Yeah.
not the current comic.
No.
And that was very cool to me because you'd see something and be like, well, it wasn't in this issue. I can't wait till the next one now.
Yeah, that is very true. Actually, it ends with issue 5. Ends with it says next issue Black Cat.
Black Cat
And
come
then-
a calling.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then on issue 5, you can see on one variant.
Yeah,
cover,
your cover. You have it up here somewhere.
maybe
should be that one.
Yeah,
Yep.
right there.
Yeah.
She's
Black
not even
Cat.
in the
Not
comic
at
at
all.
all.
Nope.
But you're right. It does. Every issue cover leads to the next issue, which is a good foreshadowing.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
That's the correct word, foreshadowing.
Yeah, it is.
foreshadowing. Yeah.
Ding.
There you
Foreshadowing.
go. Good job.
Good job.
Word of the day.
Man, so I really do like the artwork.
Yeah.
That's one thing, especially coming from the John Romita Jr. run. I'm not saying he's not a good artist. It's just I wasn't feeling how he was doing Spider-Man in the last run. Like he made Hobgoblin's mask look like it was made of wood.
Oh, speaking of which, Hobgoblin's in this, and I
Dude.
always like when Hobgoblin pops up because I just
Yeah.
like how he flies and like his
Yeah.
costume and everything, and like
Those wings.
it's
Ooh.
and then like his face in this, like the mask that he for this one, and then the flaming sword. I'm a sucker for
Yeah,
flaming
that thing
sword.
is lit. It's lit though. Yeah, he's got
Kingsley,
the
right?
electricity as well
Yeah.
in his hands.
Yeah.
Yes, Kingsley.
I don't know his first name.
Roderick.
Yep.
Yeah?
Mhm.
And who is he?
Hobgoblin.
Well, I mean, of course, but like, is he a scientist? Does he work? I don't remember
Well,
who he was.
He owns that industry. What was that? I have it written down here. You'll probably know it off the top of your head.
So yeah, so anytime Hobgoblin pops up in an issue, it's always bangers.
Oh, yeah.
As
Yeah.
far as between that or Green Goblin popping
Yep.
up, it's always, and it's cool like when you have
Technically he is
both
in
of them
this,
pop
too.
up. If you have Hobgoblin and Green Goblin, and then Spider-Man's like, what is it, freaking
Dude,
Goblin Fest?
that's-
Like,
what do you think is the worser villain?
worst villain?
Worser. Worsest.
Green
Green
Goblin.
Goblin.
Yeah.
Green?
Yeah.
Green Goblin. When he's at his full
Yeah.
crazy. You know what I mean?
When he's at full crazy, it's kind of like he's like almost like the Marvel's Joker,
Yeah.
right?
But he's doing the opposite this time though, because Norman
Yeah,
is
so-
a good
yeah.
guy.
Yeah,
Well-
spoiler, Norman's a good guy.
Well, he's been
Yeah.
a good guy for a minute, guys. Like
Yeah.
since almost 2 years ago, he's been good.
Oh, really?
When he came out at the
the
beginning
closet?
of the last run as Gold Goblin,
Mm.
and then he had his own spin-off storyline, which was wonderfully drawn, but it was just every issue just kind of it wasn't heavy. It didn't carry any weight, so it kind of just fizzled out.
They still are kind of keeping him on the edge of that though.
Yeah.
It leads up into the third one where Spider-Man tells him like you're like one of the good guys. And the one thing I
Actually, I
love
wrote that
when we
down.
talk about Green
Yeah.
Goblin
Mm-hmm.
is the laugh. And they keep bringing it up to him over and over. Do the laugh, to the point where in one of the issues they tell him.
Can Spidey come out to play?
Right?
How's that?
That was pretty good. In one of the issues, Spider-Man's on the phone with him, and Spider-Man tells him, "You need to get some voice lessons."
Oh yeah,
Because,
yeah.
you're coming off a little
scary.
Green
Yeah,
Goblin-ish.
coming a little
Yeah.
Green Goblin-ish. So.
And you can't not read it to yourself and not hear that voice when
Right.
you're
Yeah.
reading it. Like that's the one thing that kicks. And
Very
the
true.
art you spoke about, I think what makes it so great is it's expressive. Because
Yeah, the artwork in these 3 issues are amazing, and sadly, I don't want to like ruin it, but I heard Romano Jr. was coming back to do something with this run of Spider-Man,
Oh,
which
boy.
which I'm not looking forward to. Like,
Mm.
I just was, but I think what they're gonna do is with the same thing they did in Absolute Batman. After every story arc, they're gonna give that artist a break and
Let
bring in
someone
another
else come in.
artist. So it's going to be basically a whole new subject matter. So they're going to they changed the artist to give the story a different vibe. You know what I
So
mean?
we're getting a boxy Flisser Hardy.
Yeah.
As someone who doesn't have too much of a, I would say, opinion strong with the different artists in the book, because I'm not familiar with all the different imaging in the books for the different artists, would you say that maybe some of these different artists might help reflect whatever story arc it's on, though? Like, not only choosing on breaks, but hey, this guy will make the Black Cat part look awesome, or this person is definitely who we need if Hobgoblin's going to be showing up nonstop.
I think it has to do with like the age of the character, because like what's his face, who's coming back? Who's coming back?
I don't know.
Eminem. This is back.
I don't know who's coming back.
The artist for the next run. You said.
Oh, yeah, there were rumors about John Romano Jr.
Yeah, so John Romano. So when he drew Spider-Man, Spider-Man was much older, so he was like in his 30s. So he kind of drew him in a like more aged look, whereas as the artists now, they're much younger. So the lines are a lot cleaner, a lot crisper.
Yeah.
So to reflect the age. So where the artist may be also, like you're saying, reflecting the time period of it is. So if we're only going to see, like, if he keeps the same artwork or he changes a little bit or rounds it off a little bit for the age, because Spider-Man's, Peter is much younger now.
Like,
Again.
everyone thinks, like, they always cling on to what Spider-Man triumphs is. And, you know, him saving that person or him throwing that bus.
Yeah.
You know, but the stories about Spider-Man is the ones I like that are the struggle, the comeback stories. He's the underdog of, I would say he was the underdog of Marvel.
He's the underdog of the century.
But like he always overcomes diversity. He always ends up being a runner-up, but he always, at the end of the day, crosses the finish line.
In this comic, he gets a hard second chance, though, because early on and into the 3rd and 4th issue, Itsy Bitsy could have killed him multiple times. Multiple times, to where you kind of realize like how you said that you like seeing essentially the struggle and him coming back up. He is extremely vulnerable in the early issues, to where the whole thing could have been over already, and we would be reading a Hobgoblin comic instead.
Yeah, right? That's definitely true. But,
it's been an exciting episode here, talking about Spider-Man. Carlos, where can we follow you? We have social medias or anything going on?
I'm over at YouTube at Mr. Avogado, Twitter, TikTok at Avogado Mister, and I do a bunch of music. I mean, you can check me out in all those different places. I'm always putting stuff up, always doing stuff for military charities, and always in here buying some comics, as he knows.
Right.
can we wrap this podcast up?
I think we'll wrap this up. Put a little bow on our 75th episode.
75th episode.
75.
Hopping Through Culture.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Carlos, for coming by.
Thank you. Appreciate
hanging
y'all
out with us
having me.
today on this audacious day over here at Popping Through Culture.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm Chris.
And I'm Rico.
And we are
Popping Through Culture.
And I'm Mr. Avogado. And
And
this
Mr.
chair
Avogado.
is small. It's a small chair. Shout out to my young boy who let me borrow this Spider-Man.
All right,
So
there
we
you
can
go.
show a Spider-Man on here.
Yeah, just spreading the lore to the kids.
Probably like, where is it, Dad?
Dude, call you up.
Yeah, he's like, where's my Spider-Man toy?
For real.
run around the house. Oh my goodness. I've seen a pigeon in years.
Really?
They don't have pigeons in Florida. When's the last time you saw a pigeon outside?
Pigeon, no.
I
Crows.
also don't
Doves.
see flamingos anymore.
Yeah, doves,
I
crows.
I moved to Florida hoping to see flamingo. Not a single flamingo.
There's an iguana on my house.
And iguanas.
There you go.
Please take him.
A lot of old people.
You gotta wait till the winter time. They just freeze up and you just like swat them away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, in Miami, they fall out of the sky.
Exactly.
Out of the sky,
Just
not out of the
boom.
trees.
Now they just hope
It just rained.
Yeah.
a
What
lot.
was your first comic book of Spider-Man you've ever read?
first.
Yeah, let's go down the line. First Spider-Man comic book.
Ooh, it was probably it was early '90s. So
Yeah.
the earliest one I can remember was probably like the first appearance of Carnage.
316? No. It was... I just told it. 316 is Venom first appearance. Cover appearance.
Yeah, so I have that, and then because I have before that, because I also have the
326.
Web of Spider-Man #1,
Yeah.
and then that's graded also, and I got that one. So that's the first one I bought, not cover price,
Mm-hmm.
and then, so that's the first one I remember actually going to the store and like, oh, I want that book, right? So as far as Spider-Man books, it goes so far back. I'm so old now, so I can't. My memory's
Yeah.
my memory's fading really quick. What about you, Carlos?
I would say probably the oldest issue I own is Spider-Man 2099.
Okay.
It's got that, the cover's got the chick on it in the front and everything. I remember it easily. I was just looking through my spider bin today. It's probably the oldest one that I have out of all of them.
What about you, Rico? What's going on?
My first Spider-Man comic had no cover to it, so I can't even
No
remember.
cover.
No cover. It was given to me.
Nice.
It was no cover.
Was it like ripped off, or just that was a
no,
blank?
it was just like no cover.
Ripped off.
Yeah, ripped off.
okay.
I think it was like my uncle's, maybe something like
Sure.
that.
That is a
and-
hand-me-down one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was when Spider-Man lost. He went blind. Spider-Man went blind, and Daredevil had to teach him how to swing blind throughout the city. And he also developed, I want to say, a spider kung fu. What do you recall? What Spider-Man comic do you recall that he really got the crap kicked out of him to the point where you're like, I am rooting for this person, and I can't bear this comic book anymore? You guys ever get pulled into comics like that?
Yeah, I mean, back in the early '90s, he got his butt handed to him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially with like Craven and like
Yeah.
Sinister Six coming around, and there was been a lot of issues where he's just under a rubble. Like, there's like one issue where he's like trying to pick up all the rubble. Actually, they took that scene or that panel in Spider-Man. They used that for I think Spider-Man 2 with Toby when he's lifting. Yeah, with Doc Ock.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that scene in the movie is straight out of the comic book. Because a lot of people forget, like, they're like, oh, where are you pulling this information
Right.
from? Where are you pulling this? If you're a comic book reader and you just flip through the books, you're more than likely you will see from panel to screen,
Yeah.
and people forget that, and they're like, oh, where's this coming from?
That's
And
true.
it's just people just want to freaking clickbait and rage bait and be like, oh, where's this coming from? It's like, pick up a book, you'll see it.
Yeah.
I would say, actually, even relating to the series that we're talking about now, if you go back to the Deadpool and Spider-Man, they were getting their butts kicked by Itsy Bitsy nonstop to the point where it pushed Spider-Man to literally think of the unthinkable, which was taking a life of a villain rather
Yeah.
than just continuing the fight because he felt that it was too much. I mean, hey, you get whooped enough sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to do a little whooping back, you know.
Well, I think that's what all his heroes are always balancing. It's like,
Yep.
I can easily end this by a quick punch because we all know that Spider-Man's so strong where he's held his punches back. Where when we got like Superior Spider-Man, and Doc Ock inhabited Spider-Man's body, and he clocked what was I think Scorpion, and he was like,
Yeah, I punched his jaw.
yeah, he's like,